Okay, welcome to Footy Fanatics, and as you can see, we're having a big night. Megan Sherry, the GSFW hierarchy.
Executive
Officer. Thank you very much. Good.
We'll get it right one day.
She's here with us tonight, and this is the women's night tonight. The under 17 awards, the Open Women is all going to be awarded, and it looks fantastic here at the Goodwood Football Club.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job setting the place up, so it's a really nice space and plenty of room to work with, which is always good.
Yeah, so that's going to be a very big night, but in the meantime, we've got finals starting with the GSFLW, which is a really exciting. All the roads lead to McLaren Vale on Sunday, and that should be a really big event, won't it?
Yeah, unfortunately the weather's not looking kindly upon us, but I mean, there's going to be some really cool hit-ups with McLaren versus Yank, Wollonga versus Strath with the under 17s, and of course the Goodwood Port Elliot versus Strath, and Wollonga versus McLaren in the A grade. So plenty of competition right there.
It is, and I think the big question we're all asking is who can beat Wollonga? You know, like my cohort, and I hope he gets better. He's got COVID, and he's not in good nick. So we do wish John Griffin all the best in his recovery, getting it second time round. But everyone knows the circles he keeps in. Well, obviously, he's a Monty to get it twice, and he'll get it 3 times, he'll get it 4 times, he'll get it 5 times. And won't we hear the end of it? But John has already picked it. Wollonga are going to clean up. They're going to win everything. And it is a very dangerous thing to do, because I know that, you know, I've been in situations where you've been the hot favourites, and, you know, you get a bit ahead of yourself and you can get rolled.
Well, they have had an undefeated season, so that also doesn't mean that you're going to win it all. But I mean, it's a good step to fall off of. I mean, given the weather conditions, we've got some real competition with McLaren. They're such a stable force and so good and hard around the ball with those ground rules. So, you know, that pressure on Wollonga, I'm sure it will be a tough game to watch anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And the under 17s, they all get their, their opportunities. And then we've got Gore and Strath having the big hit out and the knockout. So there's not going to be any tomorrow for those teams.
No.
So look, it is really exciting. And look, get along to McLaren Vale. It's going to be jam packed, full of action, and it's all do or die stuff, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. So. And you'll be there?
Oh, of course I'll be there.
Good. Well done. Okay, let's get to round 14 in round 15 we're getting to with the GSFL, and it's really hotting up there. We've got McLaren who are riding a crest of a wave. They're undefeated. They got challenged last week by Strathalbyn, who are actually down at three-quarter time, but like good size, they bounced back. So McLaren are travelling well, and this week McLaren are going to be playing Langholm Creek. Now, Langholm Creek last week, I don't know if you're aware,
no.
they defeated Waiponga Sellicks, and they are absolutely going like a rocket. They've had a shocking start of the season, and they're travelling well. So, do you think Langholm Creek can be the team to beat McLaren for the first time this season?
I'm picking no, just because McLaren are, again, same as their women, nice and stable. So.
Yeah, I do like the form. I know Brett Ellis is really hitting his male medal straps. He's won the last 2 male medals, and he's really starting to get his game together at the right time of the year. But the kid I like at McLaren is Joel Vanderloo.
Yep.
He is having a fantastic last half of the season and is really lighting it up for McLaren. So, look, this is going to be a very good game. Langholm Creek, on the other hand, the 2 Dominish boys. Jake is now starting to tap his brother on the shoulder and say, "Hey mate, get out of the way. I want to get this footy." So, but this is going to be a really good cracking game of footy. I think McLaren will get up, but you can't discount the Hawks at the moment. Okay, the other game, there's quite a number of really cracker games. Gee, those lights are bright, Bats.
They are really bright.
I can't see anything. I can't see a damn thing. Well, the other really good one, Mount Compass and Victor Harbor. Now, this will be a very good game of football, because Victor don't normally travel to Compass very well, and Mount Compass are the side they can't make it, but I've put the tip in, they're going to shape it. But you can't fault Victor at the moment. Their form has been terrific and over the last few weeks. So how do you view this one?
I mean, Mount Compass have always been strong at home, so hopefully they'll be able to bring it. And I mean, their season hasn't been the greatest, so hopefully they can come through with a win this week.
Well, they're playing at home. Victor on form with Elms going so well, Barillo, James Mulhern, Zach Dowling. They've really got some good footballers. Nick Dowling really surprised me last week, just how much he hunted the footy for the Roos. They're going well, but what I like about Compass is that Nick Manhood's sort of got Tom Pinion back closer to goal, and he's starting to kick bags, and I'm just wondering how that's going to work in Victor's Invictus defence, how they're going to try and stop him. And Tom Vitkunas and Ziggy Vitkunas
Always
too.
strong.
They are. They're terrific footballers. So and Adam Hunter's back too.
Yeah.
And when the leader's back out there, well, that
Makes
makes
all
a
the
difference. It does. So, but I'm going to go for Victor Harbour, and you're going to go for the Dogs.
As I am.
Okay. The other big game this week, the big games every week, because they're all shaping what's going to happen in the finals, is Encounter Bay and Strathalbyn. Now, both of them are sort of sitting on the precipice of 5th and 4th. They're in that mad hunt with Victor and Victor and Langhorne Creek. But these two sides, it's really going to be do or die. This is going to be sort of a mini final for both these teams. So it's going to be very exciting. And Encounter Bay really broke a losing streak last week with their demolition of Mount Compass. So how do you see the Bays?
Well, I'm back in Strath with this one, just because, again, I think I said it last time, I just like the way that they play. So whether they've got people in or out, I'm pretty sure that they're a very strong team. So I'm happy with that decision.
Well, they did, but I really don't. No, but last week, what I liked when Strath, they pushed McLaren like we talked about, and it was the old hands that really got their hands dirty and said, we can really match up Mark Tucker, Ozzie McFarlane, Adam Clark, Sam George. And I like the way Cooper Machin bashes in too. So the Roosters have got those sort of players, but the one big key for Encounter Bay has been the return of Ben Davis. He comes back after having quite a serious injury, missing quite a number of weeks, just goes out and kicks a lazy six, lets everyone know that he's around, and the whole team stands taller because of that. So I think Encounter Bay should win at home. But you're going for the Roosters?
Got to be different to you, apparently.
Yeah, you do. We'll keep doing it. It's all right. The other clash that's going to be a beauty is my Ponga Select against Willunga. Now, how good is this game going to be? This is really, at the moment, the way the five is situated, the premiership table. This would be a qualifying final come in about a month's time. So this is going to be a beaut game. Willunga, are they hitting their straps or what? And you've got connections there.
I was going to say, without Ryan Cherry, I don't know how they're going to go.
Well, they're doing okay because they've got a kid called Darcy Scott, who's gone from defence up forward. He's kicked 6 goals and he's just exploding.
Well, I think their versatility in their team is what really wins them games. I mean, Raz is a perfect example where he can play anywhere on the field, and they do have quite a few of those kind of players. So they can toss them around if they need to.
Yes, this would be a beauty, and what I'm going to like is Whitford. He's been going really well in ruck for the Mudlarks, and Ben Kennedy's in terrific form. I like James Hutchison. He's always putting an effort in every week. And then you've got Sampson, you've got Spinks, and you've got Gilbert. So, the Ponga Selects have really, under Rod Mitchell, have really worked on depth.
Yeah.
And they're certainly going there, but I think Willunga are just starting to motor along, and they can feel a bit of September happening.
Yeah.
And when they feel that, cheapers, they go a metre faster.
Yeah.
And they stand about 10 centimetres taller. So I think Willunga will win this.
Yep, back in that.
We're agreeing.
I know.
My God. Okay, let's talk about the match of the round. And it is the match of the round. It's you might look at it when you think of the premiership table, but we've got Goolwa Port Elliot up against Yankalilla, and it's at Tigerland. I saw Yank last week, and I was really impressed with their first quarter, but then they fall away.
Yeah.
And I think the Magpies have been guilty of that this year. So there really is going to be a big tussle that goes on between these two sides. Last time Yank won, but it was only a kick in it, and I don't think there's going to be any more than a kick in this one.
But I don't know either team well enough to be able to make a call on this one. You're on your own.
Oh, okay. Well, Yank are definitely going to miss Joel Kay and Lockie Whittlesey. We do hope and wish him all the best. He's received a pretty serious injury last week, and by all reports, he's in a stable condition. We'll have to wait for the ambo. What I like is Angus Weir. I like the way he goes for Yankalilla. I hear the Magpies will be without Daniel Fry, and I reckon they'll need him to try and counter Angus Weir.
Yeah.
Adam Hunt rucks really well and doesn't stop trying. But for the Magpies, Houser's having a very good last half of the season as well. So, look, this is going to be a good game. Please get along to Yank and support these two sides, which haven't had they've played with a lot of pride throughout the season. They haven't been able to match it with the other 8 teams in the comp. But I think the Magpies will get up and they'll win their first game for the season.
Yeah.
You agree?
I'm going with
Gee,
it.
we got 2 out of 5. That's great. Okay, well that's our wrap for GSFLW round for this week, and also Megan, it's been great to have you on board, and I wish you all the best for the final series for the GSFLW, and hopefully we'll see you at the footy. There's 5 rounds of GSFLW happening this week on Saturday, and then all the roads lead to McLaren Vale for the women's footy. So we look forward to seeing you all there.
Grand final tickets for sale on Facebook.
That's Bats, by the way.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.